Welcome to another movie review on the Movie and Media channel. This one was called Movies on Channel, but let me turn off all the lights so I can get this review out of the way. So, tonight, just got a review on, sorry, weapons. Let me, check what's the plot of what's about. So, there's a father, a police officer, a teacher, some woman. So, Weapons is about some very few people that have focused on from this. You have a bunch of children from the same class mysteriously disappearing at 217. As the community is left questioning who was behind the disappearance, or what was behind the disappearance. So you follow a couple of, you have a father, a police officer, and some other characters, some other people talk of concern about some children from the same classroom disappearing up into the mystery. And these guys all evolved to solve this mystery and get the children back from wherever that disappearance. Now, Weapons was one of the movies from last year to be up for the Oscars. And of course, Amy Madigan was in this movie up for Best Supporting Actress. I was watching the Oscars and I finally got to witness Weapons. Amy Madigan's performance in this movie was pretty well good. Terrific. I thought it's a Weapons. I mean, it's a horror film. Like, children disappear and we gotta figure out what happened to them. Where they go? And somehow try to solve that mystery, see what happened to the children. According to Matthew Davis Media, yes, a police officer father, there was also a kid and a teacher figure out this mystery where the heck did all these kids from the same classroom disappear? Of course, what I was trying to acknowledge from the video, because, yeah, Weapons is pretty entertaining for a horror film. And despite the fact that it was Best Supporting Actress winner, the winner of Best Supporting Actress, that is the only film that Weapons has won. I mean, the only reward in the Oscars that the film took home, because Warner Bros. Definitely had a good year for 2025. The Oscars gave it multiple different nominations. F1, one battle after another, and of course, Sinners. I still got to review Sinners, but that's one of the movies that's on theaters in 2025, by the way. Glad I did. This one was, this is one of those horror films that I didn't get to see in theaters. Well, horror films I'm having bad luck of not seeing, because, it's kind of bad, and it sucks. Matthew Davis Media also said in his review for this movie that did not want to watch the trailer for the movie because you don't want to get many information before going into seeing this. Well, is this still accurate to do that, or well? Anyways, when it comes to a film like this, it's like Weapons is like kind of almost like acts like a anthology kind of a way, but now what the movie did, which found entertaining, well, yes, Weapons tells you each character gets to tell their side of the story of this mystery of the missing children, and you get to know was the teacher behind this? Probably not, but a lot of people assume that she did, but you would think otherwise. But overall, I think this movie was kind of entertaining to see because yeah, I kind of thought that Weapons was it's one of those horror films to enjoy. If you like to know what the mystery behind what happened to the children, and then they leave surgeons, like I always wondered, did the children mysteriously come back from whatever they went to? I mean, when they disappear at 217, oh, it's pretty chilling to see where they go and then never come back. That is kind of beyond scary. So yeah, the movie started focusing on the women. I mean, the teacher, and then starts moving, shifting his focus to the father. Then either the kid or the police officer first, and then the kid, and then trying to just focus on the storyline so to get those kids back from wherever they disappeared to. Well, yeah, Weapons was like a little fun experiment because in the end, I really wanted to get this movie a view because from what I could tell, Weapons was very entertaining, and the fact that this movie was also a commercial success. Yeah, I thought that Warner Bros. Had a good year for movies for 2025. I can give props to Warner Bros. For that. And Netflix was trying to get their hands on Warner Bros., but I shouldn't be talking about it because it has nothing to do with Weapons. And Paramount tried to acquire the deal, but there was some investigation. There's some governments involved with the merge, trying to go and talk about the merger. Paramount trying to get their hands on Warner Bros., but I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I mean, something doesn't add up. The director of this movie knows what he was doing when to bring mystery and suspense. So it was like a little slow pace because there was not much violence being thrown at us. Now, performances, everyone was phenomenal with this one. Everybody was doing terrific here. You Josh Bowen, that other one, Jew Gart. And like the one who plays the kid, Alex, it's not like that. Was terrific too. You got like these performances that you can't forget. Yeah, Mrs. Gandhi's class. Woke up, got out of bed, go downstairs, opened the door, walk into the dark, then never came back. So what was all that about? Maybe something to be reckoned with. But this was basically was over 2 hours, of course. Like some of the jump scares were not that cheap. But I could say cheap, not that scary. But all I could say is, well, other Barbarian, that the director of this movie was also fine. Didn't get a physical release, but wish it did. But it's still a mystery when it's gonna be. But at the end of the day, I think Weapons is a horror film that that to be checked out again, because because it's a Oscar-winning movie for Amy Madigan winning Best Supporting Actress, and gotta give her credit where credit is due, because I got to watch the Oscars and see this win that Oscar. Was there any other movies that was deserving of Best Supporting Actress? I wasn't really sure who was to be the best, but I kind of thought that some of the humor didn't blend in with with this, but something that Weapons was not really trying to go for or focused on that much, but it was still pretty entertaining, I gotta say. In the end, I thought Weapons was a beautiful film. Like, brought the suspense you could use from the suspense movies to movies, I had a fun time watching Weapons. Yeah, because having this man knowing what he was doing, and it paid off. Well, okay, Weapons. Let's see, 4.5 out of 5. I just can't resist watching this movie again. I mean, with the Best Supporting Actress Oscar in hand, Weapons was a beautiful horror slash suspense movie. With Warner Bros. Knowing what they were doing in 2025, but it's just to say, 2025 was a good year for Warner Bros. Apparently, because the Oscars were very impressed with the movies. Like, you saw Sinners and One Battle of Dinner released by them, and this movie being recognized for Oscars for Best Supporting Actress. I'm also going to try to review some other award-winning movies, but anyways, I think I will call it night for this movie review. I mean, I really was able to do movie. I was going to try to do this sooner in the month, but alas. I haven't done a review since earlier in the month. Like, I did Solo Mio, which originally had over 300 views, but YouTube seemed to remove some of the views. I'm not sure what the heck was that all about. And then I also reviewed Goat. Those two movies I did see in theaters. I think I saw them at Regal. I think I did. Because I didn't get to see Project Hail Mary since last week. But I'm going to hopefully get to see that Mario movie that's coming out on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll get that. Hopefully I'll keep AMC in mind, because I wanted to go see it on AMC. If I go to Regal, then it probably will give me a moment. It will remind me of the Mario movie, the Mario movie from 2023, because I saw that at Regal, and I probably will be seeing the second Mario movie. The second Mario movie, the Mario Galaxy movie in Regal, unless it would be AMC gonna turn the tide. But anyways, that'll be it for this review for Weapons. Like I said, beautiful movie. I actually am glad I got to give this a view. I wasn't able to get to see this movie in theaters, but that's sad. But it had a nice box office run too. Anyways, hopefully I'll get to do another review for March before I continue to make more for April. Stay tuned to see what awaits for the rest of the week.